And so overall it will be interesting. I think he will be really tested during this European Championship, but I think he has until now done extremely well.
Were you surprised when he was appointed?
Yes, it was not an obvious name, of course, but I like that as well, that the Federation know their people well, and the people inside the country has a huge credit inside the country. So I'm pleased that this can happen, yes.
Now, of course, he will come to France with whatever happens, great expectations. It's always the case.
There's no country has no great expectations. Even Iceland, Wales, you know, hope that they can create a surprise and win the tournament. But that's the job of a national coach. I told you before, sometimes is a little bit not so interesting between the tournaments. During the tournaments, you absorb much more pressure and much more expectation than everyone inside the club. And when the club, the job becomes very difficult, and every decision that you make will be analyzed and judged all over the country, and that's where, of course, you're under huge scrutiny. Eusebio was the perfect football player for Portugal because he was the modern player in the 60s. He's the super legend in Portuguese football, and as well, I think the guy who brought the biggest success to Portugal. If you look at the history, the best statistics are from that period, 66 to 70. Fernando China was an artist, a creative player, left-footed player, who was more Maradonesque in his style than all the other Portuguese players. He was a sensitive, creative football player. Figo for me was the superstar. I admired Figo as a football player, and I would have loved to have him as a player because he was not only a technical player, he was as well a fighter, and he stood up under pressure. I've seen him many times in Portugal taking penalties under massive pressure without any problem, and I like very much Figo. Personally, I like this generation of football players. All of them, Sousa, Figo, Costa. I admired them a lot, and they're big stars for me. Rui Costa was the creative number 10, intelligence, linked technique with intelligence, and was always, you expected always something to happen when the ball came to his feet, but if nothing could happen, at least you knew he would make the maximum of a situation with the ball he got, you know, and he played long periods in Italy, many years in Fiorentina, and he was an absolute star as well.
And to finish, Paulo Futre.
He played for Atletico Madrid, was a striker, very mobile, very quick, and was a goal scorer. And he always in national team delivered exceptional performances as well.
How much have the Portuguese relied on Cristiano Ronaldo in recent years?
Too much, especially offensively. You know, Cristiano Ronaldo is of course an exceptional football player, but I think too much pressure was on him, and every time it's a bit like Messi. He goes to Argentina, they don't win the tournament, they slaughter him. But football is a collective game, and sometimes I felt that Ronaldo was a bit too much under pressure, and then he wanted too much to do it on his own. And but recently, I like the fact that Nani, for me, Nani is an exceptional player as well, you know. And Nani has now, for long periods, I expected Nani as well to be one of the leaders in the national team. Recently has done that, and he has become an important player for Portugal, and I'm very happy because he has an exceptional talent, Nani. So I hope that in the future they can finish well their career in the national team and deliver something special, because they wait for that for the whole history of the country, because football is great in Portugal. They produce always great players, so you want them one day to be rewarded.
How can you sum up